Keith Pillsbury.
Jeanne Collins.
Okay, are you excited about the possibilities that might result from the first joint AASA and NSBA conference in April 2013?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. It's sort of a no-brainer to me. I've been to the NSBA conferences several times, and I've been by myself looking at various vendors and going to various meetings, and then kind of wondering what my superintendent would think about this. I thought one of the advantages of being at this AASA conference is that we can reflect on what we've heard, we can reflect on what we've seen, and we can make some decisions here rather than going back and trying to recreate the information that I learned at the School Board Association conference. If I'm with my superintendent, we can certainly talk about what we've seen and sort of get a better idea of the questions that we need to ask while we're talking to the vendors or the specialists in that area that we have interest in.
I agree. I think that being at the conference with Keith, I've gone to NSBA with my board, and having Keith here at AASA, we clearly are able to talk to different vendors, attend different sessions, and share notes right on the spot, live. And we even made a vendor decision this morning together. So I think our interests are the same, and I think it's beneficial to have access to the information at the same time.
And Kate, how will the joint nature be advantageous to school system leaders and governing board members, or to you personally?
Well, what I understand is that in going to the various sessions and getting information, I learn, but I can also check back and see, is this accurate? Is this right? Does this fit? And it gives me a perspective rather than going back and trying to relate it to my board and not having all the real information that I need, having heard one perspective rather than having my superintendent give me her perspective on particular information or on what the vendors are selling. Also, I think coming together with my superintendent and people that know our district gives a better idea of sort of having those conversations that you need to have in order to be better at governance before you bring ideas back and you go through the process and then you find out in the end it's not as great an idea as you thought when you heard it first at the conference.
I do sit on the governing board at AASA, and I find that we often discuss board member perspectives at that level, and I think that the more that our board members signed on to be a board member because they believe in the achievement of children. And I think the more that we can share the information from the very beginning, the further we can get with policy that benefits children.
See you in San Diego.